Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's get started. All right. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Sean Murphy. I will be your conversation extraordinaire this morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's get started. All right. Here we go. Hey, listen, my question for you is today, have you sent out your thank yous? Have you sent out your messages of joy, of gratitude, of hope, of love, of peace, the little poop emoji, and said, here's your Hershey's kiss? The reason that I asked that is because it's time for us to make a difference where we stand, right? That's the key. And that's the conversation for today. The conversation for today is, where do you stand? Do you stand on the edge? That's the dialogue for today. Do you stand on the edge? And what does that look like? What is your recipe for standing on the edge? And what would you stand on the edge of? Too many people will stand on the edge of fear and doubt and look into the abyss. I want you to just, if you're driving or operating heavy equipment or doing brain surgery, do not close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Take a big breath in, right? We always talk about in breathing and in hypnotherapy and in meditation, we always talk about making sure we get ourselves centered in our breath. So just take a couple of breaths. And I want you to think for just a moment that you're standing on the edge of your greatness. See, if it's a hard time, if you have a little bit of a challenge trying to visualize that, trying to bring that into reality, bring that into focus, let me ask it a different way. Today you woke up. You are right now on the edge of the next second. You're on the edge of the next minute. You're on the edge of the next hour. You're on the edge of the next day. You're on the edge of the next week. You're on the edge of the next decade. Let me ask you again. What are you on the edge of? Sadhguru says, choose joy, choose misery. Are you on the edge of joy? Are you in joy? And is misery knocking at your door, right? My mentor would say to me this little quote: fear and doubt knocked on the home of faith and courage. Faith and courage answered the door, and no one was there. Are you on the edge of gratitude? What is your recipe to be on the edge of your greatness? Follow me? That's the question I have for you. What is your recipe? What is your formula that puts you on the edge of your greatness? Now, here's my next question. Here's the next question. This question's a little bit more challenging. How do you cross over? How do you step into the edge? How do you step into that thing that you're on the edge of? How do you step into that abyss of greatness, that abyss of success, that abyss of joy, that abyss of happiness? So many people are edge walkers that they can do just about anything without getting anything done. Ooh, snap. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And for those of you that are in the Instagram, you're in IG here. If you'd like to join us in the VIP chat, I've kind of opened it up for the rest of the month. You can go to eventswithsean, SEAN.com, and you get signed up and you can join us there. Now, it might be just easier for you to stay on IG. I get it. But if you wanted to join us and have some live Q&A afterwards, if you wanted to ask some questions of me afterwards, you can go to eventswithsean.com. And if you're watching the replay, you can get signed up there so that you get the link and join us each morning. So what are you on the edge of? Are you on the edge of prospecting? Are you on the edge of enrolling new people? Are you on the edge of your next rank? Are you on the edge of your next level of income? Are you on the edge of bankruptcy? Are you on the edge of frustration, aggravation? Are you on the edge of falling short in your duties as a spouse? Are you falling short as your duties as a parent? Where are you on the edge of? See, all too often, too many people are on the edge and they don't realize they're on the edge. How many of you, listen carefully, how many of you, not you, how many of you know somebody? Listen to the question. How many of you know somebody who is one straw away from everything just crumbling? That one straw that could break the camel's back, right? That phrase, that one straw. Drop an S in the chat if you know somebody who is one straw away, one bad decision away, one frustration away, one aggravation away from the camel's back being broken, the metaphor that we say, the straw that broke the camel's back. How many of you know somebody like that? See, if you know somebody like that, yeah, Paul, I hear you, too many. So then what are you on the edge of? Are you on the edge of, are you an edge walker pulling people back? A lot of times people are pulling people back from the edge. Listen carefully. What if, I don't know, this could be strange. This could be crazy. This could be so far outside the box thinking. What if you instantly changed what they were on the edge of? They're still on the edge. Let them be on the edge. What if you gave them, you were so good at what you do. Your product was so amazing at what it does. Your compensation was so incredible at what it does. Your team was so incredible at what it does. Your company was so incredible at what it does. You could instantly change the location, the thing they're looking into, that changes the edge. The edge they were on was fear and doubt. What if you gave them faith and courage? What if you gave them hope and passion? What if you gave them possibility and belief? What if you gave them an out? Too many people, listen, are afraid to fall off the edge they're on. What if, just follow me. What if, I want you to feel this in your spirit. What if you could give them something to jump into? Would that change the conversation? See, so many of us are wanting to make people fully aware of the edge they're on and the solution we have. They can't even hear the solution we have when they're on that edge, because we haven't changed the visual for them. We haven't changed the conversation for them. We haven't changed the dialogue in their mind. And there's a real simple way to do that. Right? I'm going to teach that this weekend, this Saturday coming up. It's the CQCE formula. CQCE formula. Clarify, qualify, create expectation. See, the expectation everybody has is that they're going to fail. The expectation that most people have is that they're going to be ridiculed. The expectation most people have is that they're going to be embarrassed. The expectation most people have is that they're going to perform a duty of service, a function, and it's not going to get them any farther. So why even try? So this coming weekend, I'm going to teach you this: clarify, qualify, create expectation. Let me give you an example. Hey, listen, I have a question for you. If everything stays the same for the next 24, 72 hours, what gets good in your life? See, the challenge is we're talking sometimes when somebody's on the edge, how much time do they really have? If somebody's on the edge, how much forward thinking are they really doing? If somebody's on the edge, what 90-day plan is going to get them excited? If they're on the edge, we're talking 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, at the most anybody could possibly see. So if you ask them a simple question, if you clarify, hey, listen, in the next 24 hours, what if you could wave the magic wand, what would be the thing you would want to just absolutely disappear out of your world? See, the challenge is when people are on the edge, let me give you a little neuro encoding, give you a little psychology, give you a little mental toughness, a little self-talk conversations. When somebody's on the edge, they are not operating from their prefrontal cortex. They are not in the thinking mode. You know that, right? When somebody's on the edge, they have activated their amygdala. And here's the reality. How many of you have dropped an L in the chat if you've heard of the limbic system? Not the lymph system, the limbic system. The limbic system is a part of the brain that operates on emotions, but there's no language in the limbic brain. There's absolutely no language in the limbic brain. The limbic brain operates completely off of emotions. And when you're on the edge, you are life and death. You are ego and just absolutely everything. It's hard to hear words when your limbic system is hijacked, your prefrontal cortex. So in order to be of best service, to help somebody off the ledge, you have to ask them questions of logic. Now, don't ask them, so what's 144 times 375? No, that would work, but you might tick them off. Simple things like, what time did you get here? Man, do you see that? Did you see that thing? Did you see that car? Did you hear that sound? People who are on the edge, we need to bring them back to this moment. We're not taking them off the edge. We just got to help them realize they're on the edge. How many times have you ever had a conversation with somebody and they didn't see they were on the edge? Follow me? You could see it. They couldn't see it. You know it. They had no clue. How many times have we tried to console our children when they were just crying and you couldn't stop them from crying? And maybe the thing that stopped them from crying was you raising your voice and getting even madder at them to bring them back into the moment, like there could be more danger. We might not want to do that when we're having a conversation with a potential prospect, a potential business partner. And listen, here's the thing that just downloaded into my brain is that sometimes there's people on the edge, but they hide it well. How many times, so drop an H in the chat if you've ever known somebody who's on the edge, but they hide it very well. How are they so good at hiding that they're on the edge? Because they've been there for years. And they have steeled their personality. They have steeled their identity to being an edge walker. And then you come along with this great idea, this great possibility, this great community, this great, you fill in the blank, great. And for some reason, they can't hear it because they are so steeled to looking for, the brain looks for two things. Will this kill me, or how fast can I recognize the pattern? That's the way the brain works. Will this kill me, or how fast could I recognize the pattern? And if everything is edge walking, they can't even hear the solution if they want to get off the edge. Which is why the 3 questions I talk about. Hey, listen, do I have your permission to help? Number 1 question. I don't know if I can. Do the disclaimer. Do I have your permission to help? Yes. Outstanding. Do I have your permission to make you feel a little uncomfortable? Because listen, if you're going to go after something you've never had, you're probably going to have to do some things you've never done, which makes you feel a way you've never felt. Would that make sense? Yeah. That's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe to go edge walking. To go after something you've never had, you're going to have to do something you've never done, which makes you feel a way you've never felt, what makes you think a way you've never thought. Is it okay if we have that dialogue? Not saying you're going to do it. Is it okay if we have that? Because that will probably, most likely, there's a good chance it'll make you a little uncomfortable. See, if you're going to take them off the edge, they have to realize that there's more to that place they're standing on. There's more potential, more possibility, more capability. You have to not get on the edge with them. Too many people get on the edge, and then they start to truly see what they see from their edge, from their perspective. It's called the anterior cingulate cortex. This radio frequency antenna that's inside of the brain that picks up on feelings. You know, when somebody walks into a room, they walk into a room and then you're like, oh, wow, what was that? Oh, who just came in? You ever have that happen? You know this. You've had that happen. And so now what happens is that when you have this conversation, all of a sudden you start to feel them, they start to feel you, and you don't know what to do. You're right there with them. You're standing looking exactly what they see because their frequency wired you to stand on the edge with them. So now you're both looking into this abyss. You're realizing their abyss is theirs and yours is, oh my gosh, my family's not going to like what I do. I can't believe this. My sister isn't going to like me anymore. They're going to call me, they're going to tell me I sell fog. They're going to do a variety of things that keep me from doing what I need to do. And therefore I forget my mission. So what's your mission when you go out to talk to people who are on the edge of bankruptcy, the edge of foreclosure, the edge of being evicted, the edge of not being able to feed their kids? Listen, there's a lot of people out there that are in that edge right now, that are on that edge right now, that weren't there 6 months ago. And there's some people who are on that edge who found a place in time and space to catapult themselves, to leverage the current economy and get off that edge. The challenge is those people who luckily by choice, by hook, by crook, got off that edge, become reformed edge walkers. You know those people, right? Those are the shooters all over the place. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this. You should be doing this. Oh my God, you should be doing this. And in 6 months, they find themselves back on the edge because they didn't have the skill set to understand the trauma people are in as they walk that edge. So let's talk about your edge. What if this edge you were on was pure bliss? What if this edge you didn't want to fall into, you wanted to jump into? What if you were on this edge of greatness? What would it take? Who do you become when the edge you walk becomes the clear vision to your future? Right? How many of you have ever seen track runners or anybody who does track meets? When they go to put their fingers down, they put their fingers down on what part of the line? The back part of the line, the mid part of the line, or the front edge of the line? Because every millimeter, centimeter counts. So you are going to get close to the edge. You are going to get close to your edge. The reality is can you change Dr. Wayne Dyer the moment? Can you change the way you're looking at things so the things you're looking at change? Because this edge, it's real. It is absolutely 100%, no doubt, no cap real. Did he just say no cap? I have no idea. It's true. No cap. I think that's how you use it. Here's the point. When you decide, and that's what it takes, is a decision to literally change. Listen, and you might be on an edge that a simple 180-degree turn could have you looking at your future. I call it that the past, the mind, the memory, the things of that have happened in our past, I call that the plains. That desolate area where things have happened, and a little building here and a cactus there and some cows here and maybe a stream every now and then. That's the plains. That was the rough. That was you crossing to get to your future. You're in your current future right now. Yet most people are backing into their future. You're in your current present right now. Most people are backing into their future with their back to it, looking at the plains as all of their reference points. The reason most people don't want to stand on the edge of their present looking into their future is because it's an unknown. And most people are looking for certainty and significance. Social media has made it such a requirement that we have significance. You know what significance is? Having 10,000 followers and 3 people like your posts. I have 10,000 followers. That's significance. If you speak of the number of followers, yet you have engagement of like 6 people, right? What's that mean? Hey, listen, the 11 people who follow me, I'm going to the gas station. Anybody want anything? If you stout out or use the clout of your followers, that's significance. I have 8,000 followers. Great. Let me look at your last post. How many people liked it? 80. You got 80 followers. I know I got 8,000 followers. It says right there, 8,000 followers. No. No, you don't. You have 8,000 people that clicked a button. You got right now on Instagram, I have 8 followers. It shows I have like 6,000 or 7,000 or something. I've got 8. I got 8 followers. I got 8 awesome followers. 7. I got 7. One of them just had to go to the store. Hey, listen, grab me a water when you get there. Is this making sense? So how do you change what you're looking into? It's called gratitude. Gratitude changes it. Gratitude is what changes the abyss you look into. Your definite major purpose changes it. Your daily messages of gratitude, your daily thanksgiving. You want to change what you're looking into? It's gratitude. Well, I'm grateful. I didn't say grateful. I said gratitude. Mark Twain said, the difference between the right word and the almost right word, listen carefully. This is a great saying. For speakers, it is. The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug. That's the difference between grateful is the lightning bug and gratitude is the lightning. Grateful means that you have this understanding that this is good. I'm grateful for this. I like this. This is good. This is good. This is good. Gratitude says the joy of the action is already done. When you have gratitude for the abyss you stand on, it instantly morphs in the universe. It instantly morphs in the quantum field. I stand on the edge of my amazing account of gratitude. I am grateful for all that is with me, within me, and through me, and I see into to where I'm going. I'm grateful for the ups, the downs. There are no more ups and downs. There's only moments of intense gratitude. And when that happens, the edge you stand on simply fades away, and you are in your abyss of joy, of happiness, of things. You have moments like this. You begin to say this phrase, oh my goodness, you won't believe what happened. You won't believe what happened. You have no idea. Guess who I met today? You guess who I spoke to today? Guess what I got in the mail today? You won't believe what happened. Guess what somebody gifted me today? Oh my gosh, you won't believe what happened. Guess what? Oh my gosh, so and so signed up today. It was amazing. That's what happens when you begin to sit in gratitude. It's just that. It's the laws of the universe. It's the laws of the universe. The reason that you need so much strength, you need to be strong, is because you are challenging the laws of the universe. When you decide to use your power that's inside of you, that is able to be spoken into yourself, it's your self-talk. It's your addiction to approval. Is becoming fully conscious of this moment and not speaking of a past that ever brings up the digestion of the old story. so many people, when they want to tell me about the good things that are happening, they'll instantly rip that time, the fabric of time and space, by telling me a story that happened 2 weeks ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I used to be this way. Well, then all of a sudden the brain doesn't hear I used to be, it hears I am this way. Bob Proctor said, you don't want to be sick, don't hang around sick people. You don't want to be poor, don't hang around poor people. You don't want to have a bad attitude, don't talk about people who bring up bad attitudes. You don't want to have somebody who negates their future, who doesn't want to look into the future. Don't listen to somebody who talks about their past all the time. Well, Sean, what if that's my spouse? Gratitude. You will literally change the frequency with which they communicate with you simply by sitting in gratitude. Oh, you don't know my spouse. You don't know gratitude. They're just negative all the time. You don't know gratitude. They can't be negative. Negative is your definition. I promise you, if I heard them speak, it would not. There's not a snowball's chance in Hades that I could hear them as negative as you. Drop an N in the chat if that makes sense. I can't hear somebody else in your world as negative as you hear them. But you don't know my story. I can't hear your story and hear it as negative as you hear it. Why? Because I'm choosing not to live your story. There's a lot of people who the only life they live is living it through somebody else and bitching and moaning about their actions, taking it on so personally that when they screw up, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen anybody do. And they take this on and they build it into their system. That edge is not your edge. That's their edge. Get off their damn edge and you step onto yours. Most people are afraid to step onto theirs because some of them don't have anything to look into. Go find your edge and start to inch up to it. How many of you have seen those bungee jumping or the big swings where people are edging up to the edge, right? They're 5 feet back and they're shaking. They're not even at the edge. Oh my God, don't put, no, give me a minute. Oh, give me a minute. Some of you are 20 feet away from your edge, you're scared to death because you haven't accessed the ability to create what you're going to look at. It's called definite major purpose. It's called your focus. It's called your gratitude. What are you grateful for? Most people's edge, they can't look at their edge because they're not grateful for what's happening right now. As soon as you add gratitude, not gratefulness, as soon as you add gratitude, grateful is a great start, but as soon as you add gratitude, man, it changes. That abyss changes into flowers and beaches and dreams, and you are ready to dive into it. So that's my conversation this morning about the edge. For those of you, again, on Instagram, if you want to join us in any of the chats, go to eventswithsean.com. It'll get you signed up and you can join us for sure next Saturday when I teach you the CQCE formula that will convert. It always converts for me. 99%. What if you could increase your conversion rate 50%, 60%? It's all about finding out what edge they're on. And if you clarify, qualify, and create some expectations for your prospect that they weren't thinking of before, their edge changes and you get to walk them in to a new and exciting possibility called being on your team. It's that powerful. All right, everybody, I love you tons. I appreciate you. Share this out. Take a screenshot, tag me in it. I would love that. That'd be cool. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway each week for people who tag me in a post of theirs, and I'll be giving away one of my programs, be it the self-talk program, be it the secret sauce program, or maybe even the 12-week program. Or you might get a gratis access to the Dangerous Conversation program that's starting here in February 1. So I love you tons. I appreciate you so very, 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 very much. Thank you. Instagram, I love you tons. I'll see y'all where. I'll see you at the next event. Till then, bye for now. And YouTube, you are rock stars. I appreciate you. Have an amazing YouTube kind of day. I'll see y'all where?